is over, families being restored.
You're her whole world.
Yes.
At age 7, right?
Yes.
And what you missed and now what you get to partake in is an unbelievable life's journey.
Yes.
To have those little arms around your neck.
Yes.
You are her whole world.
Yes.
And there are thousands of people in the Twin Cities who are the whole world for their kids that are hurting like you were.
We just got a call, a parent who called in and said, I lost my son. Chuck, I could write a book on the parents that I've talked to that have come up to me in tears and said, listen, why didn't I know about Teen Challenge? Or why wasn't Teen Challenge there for my son, my daughter? We've gone through 10 treatments with my son. He's a heroin addict. And we lost him a year ago. And I go out to his grave every week. That doesn't have to happen. That doesn't have to happen. We're not going to let it happen. And we need people to stand with us. We can only expand if we have the ability to expand.
763-450-0500. It's like the story of the starfish, with the guys throwing them back into the ocean. And they said, what are you wasting your time? You can't save them all. But you can save this one.
One at a time.
One at a time. And it's so important, especially for those of us that have children that are not addicted to drugs, to know that Teen Challenge is going into the high schools now, into the grade schools now, primarily in health classes, and telling these kids from a teen's perspective that this is not the way to go. It may seem cool, it may seem like it's hip to do drugs, but it's not. It's going to ruin your life. You could lose everything, including your life, if you don't connect with Minnesota Teen Challenge right now with your checkbook. 763-450-0500. 763-450-0500.
Yes. Well, we just want to say a special thank you to our listening audience. And you know, we live down there, and we see. Every time I walk into the lobby and someone's sitting there, I try to stop and I shake my hand and I welcome them, and to see these expressions of utter hopelessness, and when they walk in, and they've been told. In many treatment centers, they're an addict. They'll always be an addict. They'll never change. We'll expect to see you back. And we don't believe that at Teen Challenge. We believe they can change. We've seen it happen. God works miracles at Teen Challenge. And we tell them when you come in, please don't run from this place. If you stick this out, you'll be a success. You can make it. And we're watching them happen. God is performing miracles at Teen Challenge.
Something you can believe in.
Oh.
There's so little you can believe in anymore.
Right.
But this is faith-based, and that's why we can believe in it.
The element is the fact that you have Jesus. He's the vine, and we're the branches. And without his power, you cannot lick this. I mean, I was an alcoholic, lost my family, haven't seen my kids for 20 years, but I've got a new life in Christ, and I haven't had a drink since 1993.
Yeah.
So I'm past it now. And then there was a young lady here that was an addict that hasn't had any drugs or alcohol for 3 years. I mean, this isn't one of these things like, well, I'm going to quit smoking for a month. No, this is for life, the rest of their life. And we need your money to fund it, because it's $825 a month, which is $9,900 a year that we need of your money. Since it's faith-based, since Jesus is involved, there's not federal funding. So we need your money to support it at 763-450-0500. Rich?
Well, I just want to share that we've seen so many miracles. I'm sitting here thinking about a young girl, Elizabeth. Heather, you know her. She came in a program. She was shooting heroin for 20 years. She came in on 30 psychotropic drugs that she's used over 20 years. Can you imagine that? And I mean, Oxycontin, every kind of upper and downer you can imagine. 30 of them a day. And she'd go to treatment, they'd put her on another one.
How is she even still alive?
And she actually came in, she was diagnosed bipolar, and we said, listen, Elizabeth, let's wean you off some of these psychotropic drugs. We'll use a doctor that's a Christian man. He's going to help you wean. She's down to, she's been in the program. She's on one psychotropic drug. She's as normal as you and me. See, she can happy as can be.
From dead woman walking to Minnesota Teen Challenge to a new life.
Yes.
Full of life.
Yes.
That's what 763-450-0500 with your money can help another person be restored with their life through Minnesota Teen Challenge. Call now.
763-450-0500. If you would like to advertise with us, here is a way that you can do it tax-free. 763-450-7777. All right, ask for Dennis Carpenter. He's the owner of our radio station. He's giving away advertising with the money going to Minnesota Teen Challenge. If you would like $1,000 or $2,000 or $5,000 or $10,000 worth of advertising, we'll write the ads, we'll produce the ads, we'll change the ads, whatever you need to make the advertising work for you. But we at Bob FM will not take any money for it. All the money goes to Minnesota Teen Challenge, which is a 501c3, so it becomes a tax write-off. Plus, we'll create a great advertising campaign to bring people into your business. That number for business owners, 763-450-7777. The number for pledges, for cash donations from listeners, 763-450-0500. 450-0500. Rich?
Well, we haven't had any of our teens on the program because they've been in school in the afternoon, but if we would have had some of these teens on, it would have absolutely tore your heart out. We've got some young girls that have come in our program that are addicted to heroin. That one girl, she actually had overdosed several times and was pronounced dead at 15 years of age. I mean, it's just, and they run them through these 28-day programs, and then she goes back and she overdoses on heroin. They run her through another program. It takes longer programs, and if you see this girl from when she came to the program and now she's been there like 4 or 5 months, she's a completely different person, talking normally. Now she doesn't want. At first couple months she wanted the drugs. She didn't want to stay there. Now she's realizing this. It takes a longer time, longer treatment to get rid of that.
You know, and if you're on the bench and you sentence people, give them life and sentence them to Minnesota Teen Challenge.
Yes.
How many times have we heard that in the last 2 days?
Yes.
People that were sentenced by judges to Minnesota Teen Challenge.
Let's play some music, give you a chance to go to the phones.
Come on.
763-450-0500.
Hello?
Play Walker, The Chain of Love on
Call
Bob FM.
now.